it's time for our book obsession, and our author is on standby. Now, hey, this one is big, okay? Love can bring us immense joy, but also in the same breath, extreme pain, and it can leave us truly heartbroken, searching for answers and healing. In her debut poetry collection, When Love Speaks, author Mmapula Fisha takes readers on an emotional journey through the many seasons of love, from pain and despair to hope, healing, happiness, and all that stuff that come with love. Now, joining us to unpack the inspiration behind this deeply personal collection and the messages she hopes readers will take away is author, life coach, and business executive Mmapula Fisha. Welcome to First Class Africa. We are so happy to have you, Mmapula.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, and good afternoon to your listeners.
So why did you choose this approach to putting together your book?
You know, I had a lot of people tell me stories about love, their love stories. People would tell me about, they'll be excited that I've met this person and it's exciting and everything is going well. And then the same person would turn around weeks later and everything is not going well. They're not happy, and I just kept writing because I love writing. It's just, I just have a love for writing. So initially, I wasn't writing a book, but I would just write. Whenever somebody would tell me a story, or whenever I personally would go through something, I would actually write about it. And eventually, it was just a couple of poems, and I said, "Hey, I'm onto something here." Then I started continuing some more. Yeah.
I mean, don't you have a love story of your own that also made it to the pages of that book? Oh, Mmapula, are you blushing? So you're a lover girl, huh?
Yes.
Well, how do I know you? Mhm.
Actually, what happened is that the stories, the poems, if you read them, it's not just one person's story. So you would tell me your story, and I would tell someone else would tell me their story, and if they are linked, then I would combine all the issues. So there is no one Mapula story, but I do have favorites. I do have favorite ones that could, if I were to have an ideal love story, that would be that one.
Okay, because my mind is here. Um, you have to have felt something or know about, if it's about love, know about love, have experienced it, have a view about love, so that you can go on this journey of picking poems that speaks to that. So I don't know for you if there is a story that you can share with us that influenced certain poems in the book, or you feel that is also just something that is, left for the viewers to imagine, the readers
Um,
rather.
so I'm in love with love, the
Mm-hmm.
idea of love
Mm-hmm.
itself, meeting someone, finding someone that is that loves you and you love them, and everything is just flowing. So that would be my ideal story of love. And so I have a poem, for example, My Fairy Tale,
Yeah.
which speaks to, I don't know if you want me to read the poem
Yes, I'd
or,
love that.
but okay. So let me read, for example, My Fairy Tale. I'm in love with a fairy tale of being the subject of your thoughts each and every minute, the object of your obsession each and every day. I float to La La Land in the cradle of your loving arms. I'm in love with a fairy tale of being cheerleader for your achievements, a firstborn in the family of your needs. I want to be the clutch you choose in your weakest moments, I'm in love with a fairy tale about forever with you, except it's just a fairy tale, nothing but a fairy tale. Because often, that's what it is. You are imagining this beautiful love journey with someone, and it ends up going nowhere.
Hmm.
So that's why I called it fairy tale, because it's just a fairy tale that will never happen.
Hmm. 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 I love that poem because it is so beautiful. But then when you explain it in the real world, there's a bit of tragedy there, Mapula. I don't know what you think about that.
I know. Many people are, many people are hurt by love. Many people are hurt by love.
Hmm.
Many people, they struggle with just closing the chapter. And I think the book reflects that as well, as you said, that, there is hope and healing, but hope and healing comes from the painful moments. So I can read um, another poem that is about when people are struggling to close it off, to just say goodbye.
Hmm.
Closure is a big problem for many people. When it has ended, many people cannot close it off. So I'm going to read another poem for you
Mm-hmm.
that is uh, uh, you know it's called Cleansing the Leftovers
Mm-hmm.
page. Let me just go to it quickly. Cleansing the leftovers. How do you cleanse the leftovers? Bittersweet memories that have left you with more bitter than sweet. You must purge, you must vomit, you must cleanse. Diarrhea must be the order of the day. Come now, Black Forest tea, castor oil. Ah, you are relieved. Better is
You speak
coming.
about purging, and
Yeah,
I think it's very important. With every connection, when it ends, there is a need to purge. But I do believe what we are talking about here specifically, Mapula, is romantic love, because there are different types of love out there, right? Am I correct?
yes, yes, it's only romantic love, yes.
Mm, mm. So, with every connection, it's important to purge, which is another lesson that comes out of that. So, what are other themes or messages or lessons that you're hoping that your readers will walk away with from reading these poems?
I hope that a reader who has been in love, is still in love with someone, will know when it's time to walk away, and walk away gracefully, and not want to hurt the other person or do something that is not supposed to be done. That's really the messages that I'm hoping that people will get from reading the the book. That when it's finished, close the chapter and move on. That's one. But
Mm-hmm.
the other message is that when you are in love, you must enjoy the love, enjoy it. Don't
Mm,
think too much about what could go wrong, what can go wrong. But also remember that your heart is very fragile, you know.
mm,
So don't just let love swallow you and forget that love can spit you out.
mm. Yo, the book has got all kinds of realities in there. It's not one that you get lost in for too long. I mean, I mean, even that other poem was quite like a rude awakening. But do you have your own personal favorite in there?
Yes, I do. I do.
Okay, please read it for us.
Love of the Bush is the one, because I love the bush, but the poem also just captures the bush in a way that there it is. Yes, me and you somewhere under the African sky, gazing at the moon, the stars, the whole galaxy, winking at us, making our own poetry with crickets, locusts, joined by praying mantises, stick insects, and nature's other bush lovers, lover of porcupine, rhino, and other wild animals. Me and you somewhere in the African bush, wrapped around each other throughout the night, listening to the rhythmic sounds of the drum in the distance. creating our own fireworks on a cold winter night, lover of porcupine, rhino, and other wild animals. I long to be with you somewhere in the belly of wild Africa.
Oh, that's beautiful. So, Mmapula, who put together these poems? Are these the poems that you have written, or these are like a selection of poems from different individuals?
No, I wrote them.
You must have quite a bit, hey?
I do, over 100.
Tell me about your love then for poetry, where it stems
Um,
from.
I can't say I've always loved poetry, but as a commerce graduate, I don't like to write long sentences. So poetry was just a natural fit.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'm not really, but obviously there are poets, Bontate Don Matera, whose work I've read extensively. Um, that I like so much. There's a lot of other poets, Bolebo, Mashile, whose work I also just adore. So I've read quite a bit of poetry anyway. Uh, yeah,
But look at the
but
beauty that
personally, I
came out
wasn't
of
always.
that. From not wanting to write long sentences, creativity came out of that, and now you have a book out. And this is a coffee table type of book. Where can your readers or people that follow your work find it, and even the new ones that are listening and watching today?
Yeah. So the book will be available in bookstores from November. At the moment, you can just order directly from the author. We're just still finalizing the sales aspects of it. But it's a beautiful book. It's a collaboration with other South African artists, quite a few. One of them is the art master himself, the late and Dade Eric Lubisi. If I just show you, I mean, the cover page was created by Dade Lubisi, and there's many other of his works in the book as well. And there's other artists that we've collaborated with, African artists whose work
Mm.
is in the book as well. So it's really just a feast for a creative. If you love creative works, this is a feast for everyone.
All right,
And it is available. Yeah, I can give you a number that they can call if whoever wants to buy a book. But from November, it should be available in all the major bookstores.
Thank you so much for talking to us this afternoon on First Class Africa, sharing the poems with us. This actually just feels like a conversation with a friend, just going through the book and reading poems. This was really cool. I enjoyed it. And I hope that the book does reach people who appreciate poems and just the lightness, taking the lightness to love, because like you said, it can be heavy. It's always this big thing, but from the conversations and you allowing us an opportunity to page through your collection of poems, it's got a lightness to it and some truth to it as well.
Definitely, definitely. I think people who read it, I read to quite a number of audiences, and it's surprising how many people can relate to their own love stories. When you read one and someone remembers some story that links to that poem, and that's what's just so beautiful about it, that it's real life stories of people. That's
Thank you, Mmapula, once again. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday going forward.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You too. Enjoy.